Imagine the sky going faint around mid-evening, the sun evaporating behind the moon, extending a startling nightfall across the land. An all-out solar eclipse is one of nature's most astonishing and exceptional scenes. On April 8, 2024, a significant total solar eclipse will sweep across North America, plunging sections of Mexico, the U.S., and Canada into daytime darkness. This remarkable celestial event has astronomy fans buzzing with excitement, yet it also has experts issuing critical safety alerts. In this fact-packed video, we'll explore why there are so many precautions surrounding the 2024 eclipse and what you need to know to safely observe it. We'll discuss how this eclipse differs from the major 2017 event that captivated millions, and for those new to eclipse chasing, we'll cover the basics of what causes a solar eclipse. So, stay tuned as we share essential tips to help you make the most of this amazing experience. Whether you plan to be in the path of totality or observe a partial eclipse from your own backyard, the 2024 total solar eclipse is one celestial show you won't want to miss. The Great North American Eclipse of 2024, on April 8. The Great North American Eclipse 2024, a magnificent celestial event, will grace the skies over North America. An all-out solar eclipse, frequently referred to as the Great North American Eclipse, will cast its shadow across the continent, instantly turning day into night along its path. This dramatic phenomenon occurs when the moon perfectly aligns between the Earth and the Sun, completely blocking sunlight and creating an eerie twilight. The eclipse's journey will begin in Mexico at around 11:07 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, making its first major landfall on the Pacific coast. As the moon's shadow traverses the country, it will cross into Texas around 1:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time. From there, the path of totality, the narrow strip of land where the sun will be completely darkened, will carve a route through the heart of the U.S. states fortunate enough to fall within this path include Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. As the eclipse moves across the continent, the length of totality will vary depending on the location. Skywatchers in Nazas, Durango, Mexico, and Fredericksburg, Texas, will be treated to an impressive 4 minutes and 26 seconds of complete darkness. While the entire North American continent will experience at least a partial solar eclipse, only those situated within the 100 to 125 mile wide path of totality will have the privilege of witnessing the breathtaking sight of a total eclipse. This celestial event is rumored to draw millions of eclipse enthusiasts to prime viewing locations along the path, with cities, towns, and remote areas preparing for an influx of visitors eager to immerse themselves in the moon's shadow. As excitement builds for this once-in-a-lifetime event, officials across the country are diligently preparing to address the challenges that come with such a massive surge in interest. Tourism advisories and warnings surrounding the 2024 eclipse highlight both the wonder and excitement, as well as the concerns among authorities and local experts. With millions of people expected to flock to the path of totality from across the nation, the potential strain on public health, infrastructure, and resources is significant. Public safety efforts are underway to mitigate risks and ensure a smooth experience for both residents and visitors. A series of urgent warnings and advisories have been issued across the affected states. One of the most pressing concerns is the potential for traffic congestion as eclipse chasers converge on the narrow path of totality. Roads and highways are likely to become severely congested, especially in rural areas where infrastructure is often limited and two-lane roads are the norm. The sudden influx of vehicles could quickly lead to gridlock, making it difficult for emergency vehicles to navigate the crowded roads and respond to emergencies efficiently. To address these risks, state and local authorities are strongly urging residents and visitors to plan in advance. They recommend stocking up on essential supplies like food, water, fuel, and medications in the days leading up to the eclipse. By doing so, individuals can reduce the need for last-minute trips and help prevent shortages at local stores, which may not be prepared to handle the sudden surge in demand. Officials in Lorain County, Ohio, have warned that the increased burden on local resources could lead to shortages of food and fuel. In addition to traffic-related concerns, the strain on emergency services and healthcare facilities is another major worry. large crowds inherently bring a higher risk of accidents, injuries, and medical emergencies. Rural hospitals and clinics, which often operate with limited resources and staff, may find themselves overwhelmed. To address this issue, some regions are proactively deploying additional medical personnel and resources to key locations along the path of totality, ensuring they are better prepared to handle any emergencies that may arise. Communication is another critical aspect that authorities are addressing. With thousands of people attempting to share their eclipse experience through calls, texts, and social media posts at the same time, cell towers may become overloaded. This could not only inconvenience visitors trying to stay connected with loved ones but also raise concerns about the ability to reach emergency services if needed. Mobile service providers, such as T-Mobile, are taking proactive measures to minimize disruptions and ensure reliable connectivity. These efforts include deploying additional cell sites and conducting real-time network monitoring to identify and resolve any issues promptly. The stress on local resources has prompted some authorities to take extraordinary measures. In Kerr County, Texas, Judge Rob Kelly issued a disaster declaration on March 4, expressing concerns that the influx of visitors could deplete food and fuel supplies and strain city and county infrastructure. Past this limit, the announcement empowers the area to get extra resources and financing to better manage the challenges associated with the unknown, ensuring the safety and well-being of both residents and visitors. Schools within the path of totality are also faced with a difficult decision: stay open or close for the day. While the eclipse presents an amazing educational opportunity, student safety and logistical concerns must be considered. Many areas have decided to close for the day, citing potential traffic gridlock and the risk of students damaging their eyes by viewing the eclipse improperly. By closing schools, officials aim to reduce the burden on local infrastructure and ensure that students can safely enjoy the eclipse with their families. Even pet owners are being called upon to take precautions during the eclipse. The sudden darkness may cause animals to exhibit unusual behavior, such as increased anxiety or confusion. Experts advise keeping pets indoors during the eclipse and providing them with a safe, comfortable space to retreat to if needed. Pet owners should also ensure they have an adequate supply of food and any necessary medications on hand, as traffic and crowding may make it difficult to reach stores in the days surrounding the event. As April approaches, officials are working diligently to prepare their communities for the unique challenges that the Great North American Eclipse will bring. By issuing alerts and warnings, they aim to promote a safe and enjoyable experience for all who wish to witness this extraordinary celestial event. Through careful planning, coordination, and communication, officials hope to minimize disruptions and ensure that the eclipse remains a cherished memory for years to come. So, as you prepare for the Great North American Eclipse of 2024, heed the warnings and advisories provided by authorities. Stock up on essentials and be patient with the inevitable challenges that come with an event of this magnitude. Remember, while the eclipse may be brief, the memories will last a lifetime. While the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 and the Great American Eclipse of 2017 are both spectacular celestial events, the differences in timing, duration, path, and scientific context make the upcoming eclipse truly exceptional. As we prepare to stand in the moon's shadow and marvel at the sun's ethereal crown, the Great North American Eclipse of 2024 will be an event remembered for generations to come.